What's Papino? What's Papino? Another late night adventure with Zeke Black. What's popping, party people. I was thinking about something today, man. How sometimes things that's used negatively against you can always be a win, right? So I was thinking about 50 Cent, because I was watching this new show, he got Power, like with the sun, and like that's dope, man. Like he's able to piggyback off of the actual show Power and make other shows. Now, the dope thing about 50 was I remember that whole grind, man. I remember when he had, How to Rob. It was a club joint. You know what I'm saying? It was a joint that people spoke about. I remember everybody saying he was Jam Master Jay's artist. Now, Jam Master Jay had great success with Onyx, so it was definitely a great thing for. It was definitely a good look for 50 fucking with rest in peace Jam Master Jay. Then it's weird, right? We read in Source magazine, Ja Rule gets robbed allegedly, and 50 Cent was there. What happened? Nothing happened. But what's popping? Was popping. And so I remember that whole situation, man, because that's when Ja was Ja. I mean, we talking about Ja was on. He was running around with J Lo. This is when him and J Lo had that hit. Plus, he had countless other hits. You know what I'm saying? Ja definitely, he got the back, and the machine was behind him. Universal Records, Def Jam, and 50 gets shot. Remember, he got shot. Remember when he already got shot. But that really didn't do nothing for his rap career. It was just all over the media of rapper 50 Cent get shot, Queen, da. Now, Miss Papino was popping. Was Papino. So, um, so 50, I don't know nothing about that. But 50, the good thing about 50 Cent was he he did something that was smart. This is why allegedly Black Child needs a check. I don't know how he was able to turn a negative into a positive the way he did, but it's free marketing. You cannot beat free marketing, right? All you gotta do is slap John. Like I don't have to kill him. I don't have to throw shots at the nigga. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'ma use. He didn't even use nothing. He had Who Kid. He had his squad with him. He was pushing the mixtapes. The smart thing about him was he utilized the power that he had. And let me tell you the power that he had, right? Controversy sells. Just like on YouTube, this controversy thing sells. It gets crazy, it sells. So one day, 50 Cent gets stabbed in the studio. He gets hit up, boom, boom, boom. Now, we wouldn't know because nobody blew it up. But this is the time when Ja was really Ja. They wanted to discredit, see? Discredit this man. They wanted to slander his name. So what 50 did was, he was chilling. Now, he was making mad mixtapes because after he got shot, he took the game a little more serious. He probably was like, I'm gonna get out the streets, man. I'm gonna find this rap shit. I'm gonna go. I'm on go right now. So now, 50. This is what I'm trying to tell you. This is a smart man. He wakes up one morning, and Hot 970, they have a story about Irv Gotti saying that this guy's a rat. Phone Flex, 50 Cent's a rat. Yo, I got the order protection. MTV News, 50 Cent's a rat. We got the order protection, allegedly. BET News, we talking about all these heights, 50 Cent a rat. We got the order protection. He wakes up and go, oh shit, this is free promotion. You can't beat free promotion. Now we're talking about the height of when records were still $20. We're talking about the height of when hip hop was on all these major outlets. We're talking about 106 Park was popping. We're talking about the basement. We're talking about for this whole month, he got over $1 million worth of free advertisement. What 50 did was smart. He went in the lab and he started making music. In the midst of him making music, instead of him running up off Ja Rule, shooting at the nigga, going to war with them niggas some hollers, that nigga started clowning them niggas in their music, in his music. So now people are running to buy this mixtape. Let's see what he got to say about them. Now, this is what I mean about being smart, right? At that point in time, you had mixtape DJs. You had mixtape connection. Like you had street sweepers, K Slade. He had his own plug. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. He had his own plug where he was selling mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? Where he got what I'm saying. He had a bunch of he had connections to dump mixtapes at a wholesale value. Then you had the Get Money Nation, which was DJ Action Pack. He had his own network where he was selling CDs by the pound. DJ Capone was down with him. DJ Ty Boogie was down with him. What's his name? Sigamore or Sagamore was running with him. A bunch of DJs, a host of DJs was down with these guys. They had, they had a distribution network of selling their CDs. What 50 did was he went to the Africans, because Africans, they had their plugs where they were selling mixtapes, and he was just giving it to them. You know what I'm saying? Omega was popping, exactly. We can use some of these jewels. I'm saying how to be smart. Mind you, calling him the second worst thing in the world, other than a rapist. It's called somebody a rat. Oh, we got to say he's rat. He's telling. Because he's from the block. Like I said, he used it to his advantage. This is free advertisement. So now he pumping music. He pushing music. He goes to the Africans. Yo, listen, take the mixtape. I'm gonna care how much you're a bootlegger. I'm the hottest thing in America. Why not jump on it? Every time you open up a magazine, you're reading 50 Cent in this beef with Ja Rule. Definitely not with the order protection situation. Now, this is how you be smart in the game, right? Like I told you, he could have ran up in Hollis and shot up the block and went crazy. Nah, I'm gonna use free advertising, though. I see Ja, I'm gonna slap the shit out of him. See, that's how he looked at it. I'm not gonna kill Ja. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fight him. You know what I'm saying? All 50 had to do was just, when I see the nigga, don't freeze. You know what I'm saying? That's what he did. He came out of the hotel, took a couple of swings at the nigga. It's all free promo. Because at this point, it's all free promotion. Now, this is how somebody threw a hook at you. So, the demise of Murder Inc. is really Irv Gotti's and Murder Inc.'s public relations. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what made them advertise this order protection to a rapper who at that point in time was nowhere near Ja Rule in the game at that point in time. It was nowhere close. We talking about Ja was already he done sold away like 5 or 6 million records. Ja was the number one, it was Ja, Jay, DMX, We talking about that rotation of hip hop. We're not, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about that rotation. We're talking about when, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Shout out to the South Side. You know what I'm saying? We talking about that rotation. We talking about that rotation of hip hop. We talking about that rotation. We talking about when Puff was happening. You know what I'm saying? Heavy rotation. That's a fact. We talking about that rotation. And you can be talking about country stations just talking about the 50 Cent Ja Rule Order Protection. Because remember, Ja Rule crossed over because of the song with J-Lo. That was a hit. We talking about J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez from the block. You know what I'm saying? Yep. You know what I'm saying? These dudes was hot. Even Bad Boy wasn't hot back then. It wasn't that hot. That's what the thing was. Shine was trying to make it come back, and Puff was trying doing the Harlem Shake thing, and there was things going on. You know what I'm saying? So I remember, man. I'm like, yo, I said, yo, this 50 Cent shit is serious, man. I said, yo, this 50 thing is, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? That was a hit, exactly. Now you going after a nigga that didn't even go gold on a single. Just got a lot of, street play. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes like, yeah, that's what was dope. Um, Now, everything. Now I said that bad, but I said nah, Bad Boy was not even there. That's why they had Shine. Shine was, every time the time when Shine posed on his way and G Dep and them niggas, like Bad Boy was nowhere. Like, like, yeah, Bad Boy was nowhere. I ain't gonna front. The rapper to me who really like one of the last big rappers of Bad Boy was, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. It was Finito. It's Black Rob Walk. You know what I'm saying? Black Rob actually went platinum. You know what I'm saying? After that, it's all been reality shows and controversy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. On the first record. You know what I'm saying? But 50 didn't take the rap game serious. He didn't take it as serious as after he got shot. You know what I'm saying? And then they threw the biggest pass to him. Like I told you, he could have rolled out the Hollis and tried to kill them niggas. Now, don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was like the Queen of Eminem. Now, this is how you get somebody's attention. All this crazy press. Now, remember, 50 Cent is pumping music. You know what I'm saying? But what he's doing is he's clowning Murder Inc., Pussy, Wankster. You know what I'm saying? He's making songs dissing them niggas, but he's being funny about it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's being funny about it. So in the sense and so the strength of him being funny about it, this is why I gotta give it. This is why I gotta give it to 50. He gets Eminem's attention now. Because Eminem, he on tour, his boy, yo, this 50 Cent nigga's a funny nigga. He calling the child wankster. You know what I'm saying? So, yep. You know what I'm saying? It was a rap. So what he did was smart was because Black Raw was like Bad Boy's last thing. But what he did was smart was he was funny. Exactly. He was funny. Him being a funny guy was a win for him. Because that's what made that's what made him listen to this shit. This nigga dissing the shit out these niggas, but he's being funny about it. So it's not like he dissing like your mother and your father can suck it. Nah, he just be like, yo, you a clown, yo, you a wankster, boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? So that's how he got the Eminem is. What? Let me holler at this guy. And they began to talk. Now, who'd have thought, right? Right? I remember when M signed them, that he did the Winston video. I remember the videos, he had the tanks and all that crazy shit. He upgraded the video. 50 was still making mixtapes. The only thing that we knew that he was signing Eminem and that he Dr. Dre was producing a lot of tracks on that album. We didn't know he's putting together a classic. You know what I'm saying? We didn't even know he had that in him. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We didn't even know that he needed that he had that in him. So now I remember before 50 dropped. Now this is how God works in mysterious ways. It's a big buzz going around. 50 Cent dropping, 50 Cent dropping. He going back and forth. Now listen, he's dissing them niggas on mixtapes. They dissing him on radio. They using their promotional time to talk shit about this nigga. The hottest niggas in America, the hottest rappers in America. What's up with 50 Cent? Fuck him, he a rat. Everywhere they go, fuck him, he a rat. And it worked to his advantage. Think about this. It worked to his. Think about this. If they didn't call him a rat, would 50 Cent be where he at right now? You know what I'm saying? Do you think he really hates Murder Inc? Yeah, he probably do, because Mass, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because his beef with Preem or anybody from the South Side had nothing to do with hip hop. That was block work. If he had beef with Preem, that's because of the block. That had nothing to do with hip hop and him picking on Ja and boom, boom, boom. That was block shit. The most of hip hop that probably had to do with it was if Supreme, Free Preem told 50, yo, chill, leave that nigga alone. He fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm in them niggas' pocket. You know what I'm saying? And he just said, fuck them niggas. But any beef they had was street related. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't hip hop related. It wasn't like he had this automatic hip hop beat because 50 didn't initially take Ja Rule Chain. My man used to run with Ja Rule. I mean, I'm gonna give you a backdrop on my affiliation with the Murder Inc. family. In the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, there was a crew called the GM family. They used to be in Albany. Even Big Sketch, rest in peace Sketch, used to be in Albany too. You know, shout out to the whole North Side, you know, Springfield and all that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's a fact. I remember going, I'm gonna get to that point. I'm just giving you the backdrop. So there was some dudes from the South Side that was also up there, you know what I'm saying? Black, but meant Black, Daquan, you know, meant Poop Dogs, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And at that point in time, niggas is block niggas, right? So now our mans, they was from Hollis. They was from farmers. They was from, you know, they kept with them. They all grew up with Ja Rule and Irvin, them niggas. I ain't got fun. See how the grind goes? The first time I heard of Ja Rule, you know what I'm saying? The first time I heard of Ja Rule was the Cash was Mike Geronimo on the Cash Money click. That's the first time I ever heard of the nigga. Cause he was on the rise back then. DJ Irv and all this shit. Cause my man's is from Hollis. You know what I'm saying? They was from the North Side, like Springfield, Cambria Heights. You know what I'm saying? That's how I knew them niggas. You know what I'm saying? So the early backdrop, I'm giving you like the first DJ Clue tapes. All them niggas is affiliated. They all was together. You know what I'm saying? This is when Jamaica, South Side, and then you had, you know, the Coliseum, and shit was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to Kev Webb and them. Rest in peace, Day, you know what I'm saying? Deshaun, Gigi, you know what I'm saying? Now, again, this is a smart thing, right? He connects with Who Kid. So I'm giving the backdrop of how the streets things was playing out. You had dudes from the South Side. Now in the 90s, when we was getting money in Albany, you had dudes on the South Side. In the 90s, I was getting names just flying like Seaguard and, you know, my man Pretty Black, and you know what I'm saying? It was a different type of temperature on the South Side, Bimmy, and you know what I'm saying? It was different. The streets was different. The temperature was different. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I told you about being smart. He had Who Kid. They went to the Africans. The Africans they get mixtapes everywhere. Now you get a budget now. You're still making mixtapes, but you got a budget. So now he creates the group, G Unit. Let's go. We got the back. And as long as these fools keep talking about us, because as long as they diss Ja in the song, Ja's gonna respond. But see, Ja wasn't making records respond, and Ja just kept trying to make 50 look soft. See, now look what I'm about to tell you. Ja lost to 50 because he was too busy trying to make 50 look soft. Now you get it? Yo, we did that, and y'all don't know what's going on in the street, and we doing that to them, and we doing this to them. That was a total one for 50. Because even though Ja wasn't making diss tracks, he kept talking about the nigga. Because that clapback shit did nothing for Ja. It did nothing. By that time, he was out the building. And I ain't gonna front. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? The thing about 50 was he really wasn't making diss tracks dissing them. He was just clowning them niggas like, yo, pussy and all that other shit. He was just trying to clown these niggas. And then Jam Master Jay dies. So they got the whole conspiracy theory, yo, 50's next, it's da. You know how the press put it together. Rest in peace, Jam Master Jay. So now they assuming that 50 Cent is next on the hit list. So now this is all you hear on it on the this is all free press. This is I mean 50 Cent couldn't get you know God was on 50 Cent's side with all this free promotion. You know what I'm saying? Facts. You can't beat that. And all 50 had to do was don't kill Ja. Don't shoot at him. All you gotta do is you see him, just throw your hands at him. All 50 had to do was not see him, just stun on the nigga. He didn't even have to hit the nigga, just stun on him. What nigga? And niggas hold him back. That's all he had to do. That's all 50 had to do. And it worked. So now, everything that he dissed Ja about in his mixtapes, his lead single, we're gonna think of some Killer B shit. We're gonna think of some, it's gonna be hard. He about to drop the single of the decade. He's gonna diss the shit out of Murder Inc. No, it's in the club. But again, because of all the publicity, you know what I'm saying? Through all the publicity, think about what I just told you, all the free press, it crossed over fast. And when it crossed over fast, 50 Cent is where he at now. Diamond. He went diamond the first album. Now in the mix of him going diamond, Murder Inc. was going through their own shit with the the credit card frauds and the federal investigation with Preem and all that crazy shit. So that just wasn't a good look for Murder Inc. But by this time, 50 on go now. The label's 100%. Mind you, they signed to the same label, Universal. There's one part is Def Jam and one part is Interscope. But everything is Universal Records. Now the label's pushing more towards 50. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, LL, you know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to LL, everybody on Farmers Boulevard. See, those blocks back in the days was heavy blocks. When you think about Farmers and like 113th and all that shit, them blocks was heavy. Linden Boulevard, 198, that shit was crazy. Mad Jamaicans was out there. That's where a lot of them shower posses was at too. And them Jamaican posses, not just the shower posse, but a lot of them Jamaican posse niggas was definitely on the north side. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Wise Brent was popping, salute, salute. You know what I'm saying? It was a different time. I remember, right? I was in Albany, and 50 Cent came to perform before the album dropped. I remember this shit. He was performing off a mixtape at the shit called the Labor Temple. He was performing at the Labor Temple, bro, and that shit was deep, bro. Like, before his album dropped, it was crazy because he was performing mixtape songs. Then like a month later, in the club was like the #1 song in America. Did Many Men, and everybody put together their conspiracy theories, and did he get Homo killed and whole homicide, and then everybody went to the whole Homo shit. Yeah, remember the Labor Temple shit? I think he was with us that night too. I ain't gonna front, man. We gotta get together. Niggas gotta get together to lock it all and shit. I don't know what these other niggas is doing, but we was definitely outside. You know what I'm saying? The Labor Temple shit was crazy when 50 Cent performed there, boy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It was funny, again with the Lost Boys. My man, it's funny because the dudes that put me onto the Lost Boys, and they from the South Side. I think Wise is there again. I remember when the police shut Lark and Lawn Street down and snatched the niggas up that got locked up for killing Freaky Ty. That shit was crazy. You know what I'm saying? That shit was bugged out. We was on a block. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas snatch them up. You know what I'm saying? Well, remember that time, Wise? We was on the block of Illinois. The police, a bad homicide, these jumped out. Now, when he first, and I'm gonna give you a backdrop on that. When he first started doing that gang thing, gang unit shit, Albany was like, it was like a bad gang war. And the height of that, and they had that shit in Albany too, you know what I'm saying? So we used to have to bomb and weed this gang unit shit all day. They'd be sitting on the block, all type of weird shit. Yeah, that's how niggas was getting jammed up, you know what I'm saying? Because the gang unit was out there heavy. In Albany, yeah. They was bringing New York police up to finger niggas out. You know what I'm saying? But, because Lock and Orange was like you had to pull up the Lock and Orange. That's just how it was. You had to pull up the, I don't give a fuck where you was from. You had to pull up the Illinois. You didn't pull up the Illinois, you wasn't official. You know what I'm saying? But, him and Sean Penn, facts. Boy, but what they was doing was, they was jamming niggas up for other shit. So, but you know what? Queens always been popping. That's the funny part is that Queens, see, a lot of people, we just remember, yep, Rick's a clown. I mean, yo, those niggas is crazy, Wise. Remember, they be sitting up, trying, yo, you know what I'm saying? K-Will, yep, K-Will, facts. You know what I'm saying? That's that. They was on our heels, bro. They even had articles about law. If your niggas Google Larkin Arms Bloods, them niggas got a whole story. Watch, read that. Y'all, that's on Google. That's it. The only reason why we didn't catch a Fed case because they said homicide detectives are saying this. Them niggas ain't organized. They said, yeah, they all be on the same block together, but it's different sets that was on the block. That's the only reason why they said we never caught at that time a Fed charge. But they was dusting niggas off for sales. Don't get it twisted. Niggas was getting mad sales. You know what I'm saying? They was giving niggas enough sales to go up north for 4 or 5 summers. I think, why what the niggas gave you a dime? You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? I remember that shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit was crazy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They gave you a dime. I'm telling you, because they couldn't get us on the organized shit, because you have 5'9", you have 9 trade, 1 trade. But Tony Starks, we'll all be together in the club, but niggas, everybody wasn't getting money together. So it was like the 5'9" niggas be up the block. The Valentine niggas would be down the block. But this is all the same block. We had our own bar, the Silver Slipper. That was our bar, the Blipper. That was our joint, right there on the corner. That was our bar. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, as crazy as this sound, we had that whole block. You had us in the newspaper. And when they broke down this, it was like a bad war. It was a bad gang. Some shit. They tried to say it was a bad gang war. And they had the geographics of the Blood and Crips. And they had, don't go on Lock on Orange Street, this is blood territory. I mean, we was getting that. I don't know about I know Brooklyn was crazy, certain parts of Harlem were but they had, and they do a newspaper. Boom. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we got hopped out on the police, and they was talking that gang shit to us. So they was doing it, jump out, on your name, oh, you blood. That's how bad it was. That's why, some niggas, they may not understand because they was up north and they was tucked away. Not really tucked away, but they don't understand the heat that we was getting on the street going to war with. Think about it. We going to war with a half a town that was Crip. You wake up one morning and everybody was Crip. I swear to you. You know what I'm saying? That was, think about that nightmare. You wake up one morning, walk outside, because they was already Crip. and they just come out they Crip shells. So now we in the club and there's 100 Crips and there's 30 of us. We was on Go Plus. We fighting against the town itself because them niggas felt like, you know what I'm saying? It was what it was. But in Queens, the crack days are beautiful because Queens had that. I'm gonna tell you, like I told you, if you didn't have family in further parts of Queens, you would never know. Like if you didn't go to school in Queens, you would never know that there was $1 billion in the South Side, or there was $1 billion in Hollis, or $1 billion on Springfield, because you never went that far. But them niggas is getting rich, and them niggas is highly, yo, son, they was getting rich. It's just like Brooklyn. Like we all assume that all Brooklyn niggas did was rob and steal. There's a lot of Brooklyn niggas that got a lot of money. But I know a lot of Brooklyn niggas that got a lot of money out of town. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We just happen to know a bunch of BK niggas that was getting money OT. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I remember, man, it was crazy. It was a different time. You know what I'm saying? It was a different time. And that's what I mean about what 50 did with. Ah, yeah, yeah. So you know about them crack college days, you know, 201 and all that, 212, all that about Francis Lewis. And it's funny because my man owned a barbershop over there. You probably know him too, Mo. You know what I'm saying? Him and Big. Now, this is how it's a me about who's all on the block. Big head, big face Fred, you'll call him. Big face. He used to on the block with us, Springfield. He was one of Joe Button's original managers. Remember, he was with Desert Storm. You know what I'm saying? My man Fred. You know what I'm saying? That's my man. See, they was fucking with Murder Inc. too, with those, you know what I'm saying? But you know, Mo owned a lot of property. I go over the spot, like, you know what I'm saying? We all locking arms, niggas. I'm in the Hollis, Queens, chilling in the nigga barbershop. We getting sauce. I'm chilling. Like, yo, that's my man from out of town. You know what I'm saying? Because we all, like, grew up together. Remember, we all young out of town. You know what I'm saying? We all was young. Like who'd have thought, like, Noriega's cousin, that's like one of my best friends, my nigga Chopper. C Murder, Alley Cat. You know what I'm saying? Like who'd have thought that, like, Zubang he would have been on Lock and Orange with us a couple of times. You know, Nicki Minaj's baby father, her husband. Who'd have thought that? We were always in the street, you know what I'm saying? See, I don't a lot of people wasn't in jail, but in the street it was a little more different. Like I told you, it was a different time. The streets was changing. Like, good example. I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, right? Yep. My man, Big Face Fred. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, Fred's my man. You know what I'm saying? See how small the world is. We all used to be on the same block together. Yeah, Mo, yeah. Yeah, Mo got the barbershop, like, we own mad property. That's my man. But see, it's funny because we all grew up together out of town on them blocks, Larkin Orange, Sheridan. That's always been like New York in Albany. Like the blocks New York cats are all Sheridan, the Boulevard, Slipper. You know what I'm saying? W shout out to my GM friend, my man Marley and all of GM fam, you know what I'm saying? Glenn Marley. My man, you know what I'm saying? Got you, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, you be known because my man Dirt was running with Murder Inc. You know what I'm saying? Facts. My man Gigi, rest in peace, that was my guy. From 113th, my man Life. Life only from Brooklyn, but moved to Queens. He had a hard time, you know what I'm saying? That's why it's so, you know, a lot of people don't understand the difference between the streets and, you know what I'm saying? And Mrs. Peppers, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? Definitely say it's funny because there was $1 million in Hollis. You know what I'm saying? See, you know what's funny? I seen Queens Flip do an interview and he mentioned his block. What's that now? Block 196 in Linden, and people laugh. Oh, what's that? That was $1 million block back in the days. If you ride through there, if people think about it, when they did, hell yeah, Gavin, Abby, Hollis, we won Hollis. Word. Hollis was $1 million game. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of money in Hollis. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of money. Yeah. Right. And so what I'm trying to get at with a lot of people is just because somebody says some foul, slick shit about you doesn't mean that you took it out. 50 Cent made a bit. Listen, his total over the years, he didn't touch the billion. Hell yeah. Yeah, he didn't touch the billion. He didn't touch. He didn't. He. And when we think about this, right, a lot of us never even knew about the Preem team until the Preem team got back. We ain't know unless you was in the fever or the rooftop. Like, oh shit, them niggas killed the cop. But if you have family in Queens, you'd have knew about Fat Cat and these niggas. You know what I'm saying? And you know, a hustler will always be a hustler. And that's one thing that 50 Cent incorporated from the block was the 24-hour a day hustle and the grind and that motivation. And that's one thing you get from the streets when you're really from the streets. Yeah, yeah, exactly. To Long Island, yeah. That whole part of Jamaica is still crackhead city. And that's Hollis, the 200s, going towards Long Island. When you cross over to the clean lights, Long Island, yeah, that's still, all that shit is Hollis. The 200s, in the 200s of Jamaica Ave. Word, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, we all know that 50 come from the block. And his grind is from the block, and his mind is still from the block. So, but you know, we come from an era where we snap and diss and joke. So that's what he do all day. You know what Run DMC did? Again, hip hop was in the fucking garbage can, right? Rest in peace, Larry Love. Larry Love, he don't get enough respect for this, right? Enough love for this. But I'm throwing it on the table, right? Hip hop was in the garbage can. You know where he was going. There was a break beat that was called Orange Crush. That was big in the clubs. The Orange Crush beat. It was big in the clubs. He puts Run DMC, this for the MC Shan joint. He puts Run DMC. I'm not getting to MC Shan though. He puts Run DMC on the track of Orange Crush, Sucker MCs. And when people first heard the beat, they started dancing to the beat. Then they hear the lyrics. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. If DMC never did his thing, he did his thing on Sucker MCs. You know what I'm saying? He brought hip-hop back. Boom, they brought it back. It was Buzzy against Sucker MCs. And then, you know, the life went on. Then you had the Juice Crew, the new Juice Crew. Remember, the original Juice Crew was Bronx rappers like Melly Mel, Flash, rest in peace, Sir Juice. All that was a part of a Bronx situation. That was Mr. Magic, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That shit just, that shit was a rap. That Sucker MCs was the classic. Shantae, you know what I'm saying? To me, I love DMC part. DMC to me killed it, you know what I'm saying? He killed it, you know what I'm saying? I'm DMC in the place to be. I went to St. John's University, and since kindergarten, I acquired the knowledge. And after 12th grade, I went straight to college. I'm brown skinned. I live in Queens, and I'm love eating chicken and collard greens. Hell yeah, then you had the Bismarck joint. Bismarck was killing the streets. You had Shantae Biz, and then you had MC Shan. And then when Shan dropped with the bridge, down by a little beat biter, the bridge was something, yo, peoples was popping, salute, salute, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna show you about branding. Dudes was wearing the feather hats and Adidas and all that shit. Run DMC after a while, you know what I'm saying? This is some shit. Again, how Queens saves hip hop. he catches a weird beef with this KRS-One nigga. Now, allegedly, KRS-One is from Brooklyn, but it was in a shelter in the Bronx. That's a fact. These classics are made in Marley Marl's apartment in Queens, as in a lot of the early Juice Crew shit, right? Definitely shout out to everybody in Philly. Shout out to everybody in Cosmic Kevin, them niggas over there in Philly, cause they was fucking with Marley, you know what I'm saying? So, they was playing a lot of that New York flavor, you know what I'm saying? Shantae blew up with that Roxanne side. Like, she killed UTFO on that, you know what I'm saying? She was a battle rapper. Go check out Roxanne Shantae on Netflix. But KRS-One makes a response, South Bronx. At that point in time, he did it right. He was talking about the lower part of the Bronx, that's really is the South Bronx. There was a lot of money in the lower part of the Bronx. So he was representing for like Brook Ave, Jackson Ave. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Remember the troop sneakers and all that shit? All that shit was because of LL, troop sneakers and troop jackets and all that, Lamborghini and the Kango shit. Yeah, definitely. Definitely shout out to Dapper Dan. He making the MCMs and the Gucci jackets and the velour suits and all that. He in the ever right now. You know what I'm saying? And then it worked. So now, again, MC Shan, he has an actual hit on this joint, Left Me Lonely, with TJ Swan. That shit was dope. That song blew. That's the song that oh shit, Shan. Then the Bridges had a catchy beat, you know what I'm saying? But that same beat was like that beat that the Casanova Love and other nigga had, the James Brown, the niggas from Astoria or Ravenswood. Definitely shout out to them niggas, they had a hit out there, you know what I'm saying? They had to go to, it's not tell you, shout out to Queens, Gertz and all that, you know what I'm saying? See? You know what I'm saying? Shirt Kings and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Coliseum was the spot, but you had to physically go to that part of Queens. A lot of cats wasn't going that far. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes wasn't going that far. You know what I'm saying? So they thinking like Harlem was popping. Yeah, we was popping. Bronx was popping. Yeah, it was popping. But Queens was popping. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, how Queens may have saved hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And that shit worked. Kids went hit him with the bridges over. I remember that. Hit him with the bridges over. I remember G-Rap, early G-Rap, Rikers Island. I remember, I'm Fly and the other shit he had, Rhyme Time and whatever. Then he came out of, I don't know where the fuck he was at, but he came out with that poison shit, killed the men at work, killed them, Road to Riches was a rap. Kane, when Me and the Biz popped, I don't give a fuck what Kane put out first, that shit worked. His wordplay was crazy on Me and the Biz. You know what I'm saying? That shit was popping. This is when the blocks was crazy. We talking about Queensbridge. This is when Juice Crew was going on tour now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you had the Coliseum. Long Island was crazy. See, a lot of times people fail to realize that there was Jamaican posses all over the fucking place. And it was definitely like in Upper Queens. Like in Hollis, Farmers, Cambria Heights. There's a lot of them niggas, man. Southside was probably a bunch of Jamaicans, but it was deep. Because you gotta remember, like, when you on the south side of Queens, you going into BK. Now, I ain't got front. That's like I told niggas the other day. Like I said the other day on the joint. Biggie's from Clinton Hills. He couldn't claim Fort Greene. Why? He ain't from Fort Greene Projects. But see, Biggie, rest in peace, can claim Bed-Stuy. Because, he probably was in the Stuy, but, the Stuy's a hood. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about what you want to plan. Y'all remember when Jones Beach used to have a Greek Fest? That was big. That was big in New York, party people. Greek Fest was big. See, we talking about classic New York, man. This is when 50 Cent was still on the block. This is when niggas was on the block now. So niggas are still on the block. This is when niggas having a good time on them side blocks, man. Definitely shout out to all my guys in that's upstate in the 518 doing what they got to do to survive. You know what I'm saying? Be Dread and the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's a different time, man. And as I said, Biggie's from Clinton Hills. He couldn't claim them side blocks. I'm gonna tell you something. You just sit right there. Now Brooklyn's Brooklyn, right? We just saying Brooklyn, Brooklyn. But even within Brooklyn, you couldn't come in being the Brownsville nigga. Like Brownsville niggas and East New York niggas always stood out. Like even from Brooklyn, here come these Brownsville and East New York niggas. You know what I'm saying? They always had a different line. Yo, here come them East New York niggas. Oh man. Here come them Brown. And these is other Brooklyn niggas. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about the era when niggas just selling pussy out the galaxy. In Pennsylvania. We're talking about that era. We're talking about when the Feds is running up in the Galaxy Diner in the East. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's funny you said that about him being in Bushwick. That's funny you said that, Jay. Omega, you know why? Because B. High, one of his baby mothers, lived in Bushwick, bro. And they used to always go to her house. That's my man's. Jay-Z's is one of B. High's daughter's godfather. You hit it on the nose with that shit. He used to be in Bushwick because my man is like, yeah, Jay, you used to come to my grandmother's house. And it was mad sisters, you know what I'm saying? But he had ties to Fort Greene because some of them lived in Fort Greene too. But yes, Bushwick, so that's crazy. You hit it on the nose with that, bro. My man, Velly. Because, you know, B. High and this nigga Source Money, yeah, it's Source Money, they got babies by the same baby mother. So that might have been a little in the beef between them two. They had the same baby mom, but they all hung out together, you know what I'm saying? So it might have been over a chick, you know what I'm saying? That's the reason why for their separation. Now I'm gonna tell you some deep shit though. Wise Brim, who you just seen in the chat, he was on a Hard Knock Life tour. That's the first time I met him. He was on a Hard Knock Life tour, even though he used to be in Connect, but he was with Rob Love from Def Jam. They had the tour bus. They was on tour, him, Guns, and his man. There was like three of them, the Brims. They was Brims back then. Well, see, small world, man. But yeah, that's crazy because my man's like, yeah, my grandma used to live in Bushwick, and he would always be at my grandmother's house. We talk about early Jay-Z. We talk about I Have a Dream. It worked. So the moral of the story is, party people, sometimes when somebody says something bad about you, you can use that as a win. That can always be your offense. Don't look at everything as a total loss. Look how 50 Cent beat the game. You know what I'm saying? Just look how, you know what I'm saying? Just look at how he beat the game, man. You see what I'm saying? You see, you be knowing, bro. That's some deep shit. My man's always like, yeah, Jay's going to my grandmother's house, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, so I'm listening like, you know, so my man, Swag, my man, Velly. You know what I'm saying? Definitely facts. We got a link one day. I'm in St. Louis right now. Some deep shit, man. I tell dudes, man. We talking about early New York. We talking about early New York, man, when dudes had dreams. He had dreams, bro. You know what I'm saying? He had hip-hop spots. You had Dapper Dan, Mark 125, Coliseum, Gulch. You had, you know, the Fulton Street Mall, the Albee Square Mall. Like, those was hip-hop spots. Flatbush was still dangerous. Empire Skating Ring was popping, not just the rooftop. And the Empire was popping. That was a popping spot, wasn't it? Empire Skating Ring. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on, man. Oh, I know it's getting late. But definitely showing, man. Sometimes you could take a negative and take it over to a positive. Yo, listen, Ja Rule, 50 didn't have to kill Ja. He didn't have to do nothing to Ja, but all he did was flex what I said. He didn't have to swing at the nigga with like this. Yo, what man, fuck you, nigga. That's it. The thing about this, he never really even took Ja chain. But look how it worked to his win. Look where he at now. Now look where Ja at, look where he at. It worked. There might have been some behind the scenes shit popping, but that's what happens in the game, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, shit get real. Niggas start losing millions. Niggas start thinking dangerously. You know what I'm saying? Yo, with that being said, man, I'm happy y'all was out with me. Uh, I hope the show was informative from what I remember, man. I remember going to Def Jam, Universal in Midtown on the West Side. And when you first walked in Universal, the Murder Inc. offices was empty. I remember that because we was going to Rockefeller. Me and my man Chris Cool to pick records up. And I remember all that. You know what I'm saying? That's when I met San Crespo. He was like head of promotions for Def Jam back then. The Universal was the building. Remember, Universal owned all the label, Interscope, all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, party people, good night. Definitely. What's today? Possibly Monday night. Definitely gotta give it back to the, because sometimes we need this throwback. You know what I'm saying? Because I think we get so caught up in this new generation and this new emo shit that we have to take it back to where we come from, our generation. That we get back to our senses sometimes. Like, wait, whoa, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get back to it. You know what I'm saying? We have to get back to our senses again. Like, wait a minute, hold on. You know what I'm saying? Because what we see now going on is crazy. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So, that's why I like to take it back. You know what I'm saying? And just things I remember, things that other people remember. And if I may have forgot something, they can throw something in there. And it brings us back to that cloth. See, that cloth is a different cloth. Everybody is not from my cloth. Exactly. Everybody's not from our cloth. Don't. Exactly. You're doing your thing, Alpha. You're doing your thing. And just keep going, bro. You know what I'm saying? You keep going, man. And it doesn't matter what somebody say or what they think. Because I told you, look, Ja Rule was trying to paint a picture. Yes. Ja Rule was trying to paint a picture that 50 Cent was soft. Exactly. That 50 Cent was soft. That's all he was trying to do. In his head is, if I can prove that 50 Cent is soft because hip hop is hard, then I can beat him. And he lost. And he probably sitting back regretting, like, if I didn't try to prove the nigga was soft, I'll probably still be in the top 5. You know what I'm saying? Now think about this. He gets locked up with Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne catch a gun charge, right? Lil Wayne come home and blow. You know what I'm saying? He didn't come home. Now Jai didn't come home and blow. Lil Wayne came home and blew. Yeah, facts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's outside, man, and it's information, man, because you all seem to know people. Like you definitely from being from Queens, you seen Kev Webb and Deshaun, Dupree, them niggas when they was little kids, and just watching them blow, like get older, and oh shit, who'd have thought that? He'd have bought Fabulous and Clue, and boom, that run. Who'd have thought that Kev Webb was around Stax Bundles in the beginning? You know what I'm saying? Remember, Stax was signed to Desert Storm first, you know what I'm saying? I'm running with Desert Storm, Joe Button's Desert Storm, you know what I'm saying? I keep in mind, DJ Clue went platinum on his first mixtape album. He was all running with him, you know what I'm saying? His crew, Q Club Days, you know what I'm saying? Club Fantasy, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Q Club Days been a major day, Grandmaster Vic. You know what I'm saying? He was big in Queens. He still is though. Great DJ Grandmaster Vic. What's the other one, man? Buddha Barber. Ike Love. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But if you don't travel, you meet niggas, you would never know. Like, you know what I'm saying? You would never know. You would just think Ron G, Kid Capri, Triple C back then. Um, W Shots and Money Boss players. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Now he wasn't. Clue was really just a DJ nigga that just ran with some gully niggas. Them niggas loved him. Kept with them niggas just loved him. He was like, you know how you go out with your man be DJing, you go to all his parties. That's what they did with him. He was like the nigga that they went to his parties, and they supported him. So they would come out, and I think that's what it helped people like Clue and Grandmaster Vic, and even the doo wops, and is that they would they would come out of town with their mixtapes and play it, so other dudes, like, what the fuck is that? Yo, that's a DJ Clue, nigga from on my way. Niggas, buy it or listen to it. Then they come down to re-up or something and see a Clue tape and buy it. Boom, it's this Clue nigga. Oh, it's my man from Queens, my nigga from Queens. You know what I'm saying? Nah, no, he crazy. But no, he was outside, man. W shout out to Roy Flush, you know what I'm saying? Because it's crazy where he's from. You know where he's from. I think they think that Left Rack City shit's the suburbs. That's just dangerous, you know what I'm saying? They were stressing Barbados, yep. They did a lot for hip hop too. A lot, like, you know what I'm saying? They pushed the Wu Tang, they pushed big projects, they pushed some niggas, man. The niggas that one of them was related to LL Cool J. They had a good one. They pushed a lot of like the newer rap, like they pushed a lot of rappers in their time. A lot of rappers blue fucking with them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Stretch and Barbito. Yep. Yep. Definitely shout. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? Remember, I grew up in my first 5 years of my life in East Elm, so now I'm first in Northern Boulevard. You know what I'm saying? That's just baby Columbia now, but back then it was different in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, party people, I got ready to go to work in a couple of hours. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope I was clear. Definitely. We're gonna do that with our MC Light. We gonna do this, you know what I'm saying? I do this with people, man. We're gonna do this with some MC Light, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, Omega, have a good one. Everybody have a good one. Thanks for checking in. I know I come on periodically because I be working too much, man, but I'm gonna find time like these late nights and just do these lives, you know what I'm saying? Whoever's up is up. With that being said, man, y'all be blessed, y'all be safe. They got the coronavirus running around here. Peace out to the chat. All y'all be safe, man. You know what I'm saying? Peace.